It's Matt TV, powered by Budweiser, the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, fast finish. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds.
Gal from Plymouth, Indiana, on a beautiful weekend day, decides that she's going to go to the junkyard to look for a stereo for her car. Now, did Best Buy stop selling car stereos? I mean, there's no place you can go to get a stereo for your car other than the junkyard. But she decided she was going to mess around the junkyard, see if she could find a car stereo for her car. Doesn't everybody do that on the weekend? I know I do. Hey, honey, it's a beautiful day. What do you say we all go to the junkyard and root around these old cars, see what we can find? You know what I'm saying? Get your coat on, honey, and bring all the kids. Well, there she was in the junkyard, Hunt's junkyard, looking around, when she suddenly popped the trunk of one of the cars. And guess what she found? Mrs. McGee. The cremated remains of Mrs. McGee. It said so right on the box. That's how she knew. Mrs. McGee was inside because it said, Mrs. McGee is in here. So she unscrewed the lid and she looked inside. Oh, hi, Mrs. McGee. What are you doing in the junkyard in the trunk of an old car? Oh, Mrs. McGee. That's all that was left of Mrs. McGee. She put the lid back on and said, hey, does anybody know where Mrs. McGee's supposed to be? I found her in the trunk. And nobody knew Mrs. McGee. And so this gal kept calling people. Do you know Mrs. McGee? Hello, do you know Mrs. McGee? So she put out a plea to the media. Can anybody help me find Mrs. McGee's family?
My car had got towed, and I had accidentally left him in the back seat because I was on my way to spread her ashes over my grandmother's grave.
A tearful Joanna said it all happened on the year anniversary of her sister's tragic death. Yvonne McGee died suddenly of a heart attack at the young age of 31. Her sister Joanna was the first one to find her.
I lost a piece of me, and I have been devastated for a long time.
Mrs. McGee, this is all that's left. She's just, she's going bad, I can tell you that. We probably should put her in the refrigerator. But I don't think Mrs. McGee really cares. Hey, lady, here's what I think you ought to do. Go to Best Buy, get yourself a radio, put Mrs. McGee back in the car. Get the whole thing. In the meantime, you know what? That was pretty good. God, I hope the government doesn't get upset with me. Hope there's not a lot of fat in here. Michelle Obama will be all over me.